What is up, NASCAR fans? You're watching the NASCAR Nitro Series on the HSL Diecast Racing channel, and we got a treat for you today. The Darlington Stripe 400 stock race here at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Sparks were flying all throughout qualifying, razor-thin pole margin. Our points leader, William, got the upper hand. Although it was only a bumper length, we also had a ton of acrobatics. Now imagine that with 7 or 8 cars in every segment. We're going to kick it off with our pole sitter and points leader, William. Next to him, Tristan Racewelski, Gator McCluskey, and Vinny Nightlife, 2 sub-4 RA veterans on the second row. Morgan Shepherd, Emerson, and a couple field fillers round out the field. And the gates are down. Tristan Racewelski on the outside gets a great jump off the start, cuts in front of William to take lap number 1. And Vinny Nightlife, looking to turn his season around, takes 3rd place from Gator McCluskey. The gates are now down for lap number 2. It's a much tighter contest this time. And look at that, the front half of the field all takes a spin coming out of the funnel chute. Caution's out. We got one driver on his roof. It looks like it's Vinny Nightlife. And just more bad luck for that car that defies all the laws of physics for the wrong reasons. Through 8 races now, that's 5 DNFs and 2 DNQs. Just horrible luck for Vinny this season. But now it's time to move on to lap number 3. Gator McCluskey moves up to 2nd place. And Tristan got caught in his teammate's mess, moves all the way back to 6th. And take a look at this. Williams spins again, but manages to maintain the lead over Gator McCluskey. Looked a little squirrely before he even headed into the funnel chute, and we're going to show you this one on the replay. As you can see, he exits the split track sideways, enters the funnel chute at such a weird angle, gets some air, still manages to somehow jump in front of the rest of the field, block them, and straighten himself out. Gator McCluskey punches his way through that mess. Everyone else gets jumbled up, and now Gator McCluskey going to be starting the final lap in 2nd. And Williams running away with this one. They're fighting over 2nd place. It's a 3-way battle behind him. William takes the win. He's headed to the main event. Gator McCluskey to the 2nd race. Robbie Gordon to the 3rd. And it looks like we have ourselves a double DNF at the back of the field. Emerson, looks like a tire went down. Kyle Larson got caught up in the mess, flew off the track. Now they're getting towed and pushed into place in the HSL junkyard. And now let's see if segment number 2 can deliver the same kind of excitement. On the pole for this segment, we have Coffee Tart going up against regular Richie. His satellite teammate Russ, Violet behind them. The gates are down, and the whole inside row besides Coffee Tart gets caught up at the start gate. Russ stalls. Everyone's caught behind him. Richie running away with the lead, but Coffee Tart rubber bands at his back bumper to take 2nd place, and everyone behind Coffee Tart has to move back a couple spots. Bad break for Jimbo Rockford and Lord Shank, and there we go. Everybody's down the track this time. Coffee Tart, half a car length lead heading into the fat track. Flies away through the funnel chute as there's a traffic jam behind her. Richie holds on to 2nd. Clean racing so far, no DNFs. Violet moves up to 3rd, heading into lap number 3. The gates are down. Coffee Tart has a great start. Full car length ahead of Richie, already at the bottom of the split track. Coming out of the funnel chute, Richie gets body slammed by Violet. Cautions out for an El Reco. His satellite teammate Russ is caught up in that mess. Both of them are getting taken to the HSL junkyard. A double DNF for Puff. What horrible luck on that lap. And Richie was headed for a great points day too, competing with Coffee Tart for the win in this segment. You hate to see this kind of stuff happen, folks, but now the gates are down for the final lap, and Coffee Tart's got a clear shot to the main event. Runs away with it from Jimbo Rockford by 3 car lengths. Jimbo Rockford in his last race in that Dodge Charger goes to the 2nd race. Lord Shank to the 3rd. And Coffee Tart just took segment number 2. Let's see if her satellite teammate with the same casting, Charlie, can take segment number 3. Next to her, Alicia Lunatic. Behind them, your all-time wins leader, Johnson Jr., your mods points leader, Clyde, Elmo Langley, and Sawyer. And Charlie, smooth as butter through the funnel chute for lap number 1, takes that by almost a track segment. And looks like Alicia Lunatic got caught on her side. We're going to play that again. It looks like she did not recover before the finish line. And yes, she gets lifted on her side millimeters before the finish line. What a tough break for her, running in 2nd place. Now that's a lap 1 DNF. Horrible points day for her. Getting pushed into the HSL junkyard. And now 2 segments, 2 DNFs for In-Laws Racing. Just horrible luck all day. And Johnson Jr. now in 2nd place is feeling the heat from Clyde. Charlie's running away with this once again. One of the fastest cars in the Nitro Series. Manages to hold off a charge from Clyde. Tries to get under her back bumper and knock her loose, but she stays on point heading into lap number 3. And it's been a battle for 2nd place. Johnson Jr. going up against Clyde. And now Clyde takes the lead from the outside. Throws a block on Charlie. He is not messing around. It's going to be Clyde leading the field to green for the final lap. Next to him, Charlie. Behind them, Johnson Jr. and Sawyer, and the field fillers of E. Marshall and Elmo Langley. And the gates are down. It's Charlie on the outside. Gets a push from Johnson Jr. Clyde trying to make a move on the inside of the funnel chute. But it's Charlie who switches lanes, blocks Clyde, and takes the checkered flag, moving on to the main event. And now it's time to see who's going to get there from segment number 4. The favorite has to be your segment pole sitter, Skeeter Davis. Next to him is Crazy Ruby. Behind them, both Isaacs from Puffs Racing, their satellite teammate Gale, and the field fillers of Tyler Bloodfish and Kenny Schrader. The gates are down. The inside lane just flies past the outside. Crazy Ruby couldn't do anything about that. Skeeter Davis leads lap 1 with a 3-car length lead over Isaacs, going to start the next lap in second. And it looks like we have an El Reco. Riot Isaac drove off the track and didn't have enough speed when he tried to re-merge on in the middle of the turns. A tough break for him, a lap 1 DNF. Right after DNQing at Indy, he's free falling in the points. Terrible break for him. But now it's time for lap number 2. Leading him down again, Skeeter Davis. The gates are down. He gets a great push from the 2 heavy castings behind him. Flawlessly navigates the funnel chute while it looks like a tire goes down on Isaac's car. Skeeter Davis leads the lap again, but cautions out for a double DNF. It looks like Tyler Bloodfish and Isaac. Just terrible luck for Puffs Racing today. All 3 cars that have gone so far are in the HSL junkyard, and Tyler Bloodfish being pushed to the other side of the junkyard upside down. If you've watched Lord Shank's channel, you know why he's upside down. It's because he DNF'd a bunch of times. And we're at the halfway point, and we're already down to 4 cars. Skeeter Davis and Gale. Behind them, Crazy Ruby and Kenny Schrader. The gates are down for lap number 3. And look at that separation by Skeeter Davis. He wants it, and he wants it badly. Gale and Crazy Ruby giving it their all heading into the final lap, but it's going to be tough to catch him. The gates are down. Another awesome launch for Skeeter Davis. 4 car lengths ahead of Crazy Ruby already. 2 ahead of Gale. They're side by side heading into the final turn. Skeeter Davis is loving this. He's running away from the field. Cautions out for an El Reco. Gale bins it in the final corner. She tried to throw a block to save second place in the final corner. Ends up on her roof. That's 6 out of 8. Actually, all 6 cars that had gone so far for Puff ended their segments early on the roof. Just bad beat after bad beat so far today. Let's see if Far Out Jay can break the curse. He's starting on the outside of the front row next to Rusty Wallace. Behind them, Texas Terry and Rowan Pantoni and the field fillers of Front Row Joe and Paul Menard. The gates are down. Rusty Wallace, making his car 2 lanes wide, holds off a late charge by Far Out Jay to maintain the lead. And did somebody wreck? Yes, Texas Terry. He binned it in the middle of the turn. Battling for second place with Far Out Jay. A failed reverse side draft lands him in the junkyard on lap 1. Terrible points day for him. And let's see what they can do now. 6 cars in the segment, no pusher advantage. Rusty Wallace and Far Out Jay still on the front row. And this time it's Far Out Jay. Takes a car length lead heading into the funnel chute. And look what he just did. He flipped over on the middle of the infield, drives back onto the track and maintains the lead. We got to slow this down. And it looks like he cut a tire there, makes a sharp turn, didn't contact the wall much, flipped over twice, blocks Rusty Wallace, does not lose any spots, and maintains the lead after all that. What an incredible piece of driving by Far Out Jay, making the best out of a hairy situation there. And we're at the halfway point for this segment. He's going to lead the field down for lap number 3. He's got Rowan, one of the heavier cars, pushing him. But Rusty Wallace is not going to give up. They are side by side heading into the funnel chute. Rusty and Far Out Jay collide. Far Out Jay spins off the track. Rusty Wallace takes the lead back. And Far Out Jay goes from first to last in just 1 lap. He's going to start the final lap from the back. And look at Rowan, a car length plus lead heading into the funnel chute. Navigates it flawlessly as the crowd wrecks behind him. Steals the segment from Rusty Wallace on the final lap to go to his first career main event. And it's amazing, only 1 driver, the field filler Paul Menard, ended up on his roof in all that carnage. What an exciting finish to that segment. I think Far Out Jay got 5th, Front Row Joe got 4th. Now let's see who's going to join Rowan from the final segment in the main event. On the front row, we have Baby Richie, Puff's last shot at redemption in this race, and NCow. Behind them, Benny Parsons, Margot, and Nessa Force, the field fillers of Ross Chastain and Rowdy Bush. The gates are down. NCount and Baby Richie are side by side. Baby Richie side drafts NCount to maintain the lead. Cautions out for an El Reco. We got a double DNF. Nessa Force and Benny Parsons, a poor financial investment for him and Dave Marcus so far. Both upside down in the middle of the turn on lap number 1. And we're down to a 5-car segment after just the first lap. And look at Baby Richie fly out of the start gate. Maintains a car length lead over Margot through the funnel chute and the turn. Holds off a late charge by her to hang on to the lead heading into lap number 3. The gates are down. End count gets a little squirrely at the start gate. Recovers. Now he's drafting on the back of Baby Richie in second place. They get bunched up at the funnel chute. Baby Richie comes out unscathed. Nobody's on their roofs. End count did go off the track, so he'll have to start this lap in last place. It's the final lap of the segment, and the gates are down. Baby Richie gets a great shot from Ross Chastain, your 2024 champion. Look at Ross Chastain trying to spoil the party once more, but Baby Richie, who's got a mods win, holds him off at the last second. And we got another one for the highlight reels here. A bumper length margin between first and second place. Baby Richie holds him off. That casting is 65 grams stock. What an exciting finish. Great driving by Baby Richie and Ross Chastain as a stock, unmodified, no graphite flea market car. That's got to go up for photo finish of the year. What an awesome end to the segment racing. And now we're moving on to the 5th race. On the front row, Far Out Jay and Morgan Shepherd. Neither of them are very happy to be here. The rest of these guys are field fillers. And as predicted, they are running away with it. Far Out Jay and Morgan Shepherd in first and second for the first lap. E. Marshall gets caught up at the start gate. And Far Out Jay thinks he deserves to be in the main event. Spins around, throws a block on Morgan Shepherd, and wins it in reverse. Far Out Jay moves on to the 4th race, which is going to be led down by the heavy hitter of Violet on the outside and Tristan Racewelski on the inside. And there goes Far Out Jay spinning at the start gate. Tristan and Violet still side by side. The rest of the field catches up behind him. Tristan makes a move on the inside to lead lap number 1. Let's see what he's got for lap number 2. Can Violet take over on the outside? They are still side by side heading into the fat track. They both navigate the funnel chute with ease. Tristan Racewelski, another photo finish. Let's watch this one again. Another photo finish. We still have no idea who it's going to be in the middle of the turns. Tristan Racewelski by a bumper length again, just like Baby Richie. Held off Ross Chastain at the end of segment number 6. What an incredible finish to this 4th race. And he moves on to the 3rd race. Let's see what he's got against the Thunderbirds of his teammate Johnson Jr. and End Count for Chase Family Racing. End Count takes the lead for lap number 1. Cautions out. Lord Shank does some acrobatics along the inside of the track. His day is over, and so is Johnson Jr.'s. He is a sitting duck on the outside lane. End Count absolutely running away with this. A dominant performance to race his way into the seconds race. And what a seconds race we have. Rusty Wallace and Crazy Ruby, those Lumina Stalker Grand Prix stalkers in the front. Gator McCluskey, Clyde, Jimbo Rockford, and Ross Chastain. All these cars are fast, and they pile up in the funnel chute. Rusty Wallace is loving this. He flies through there unscathed. Jimbo Rockford's on his roof. Gator McCluskey's out of it. End Count binned it on the split track. And it's a 4-man race for lap 2. These cars make up your top 10 alongside the drivers in the main event. And it's more smooth sailing for Rusty Wallace. He holds off Crazy Ruby and Clyde to punch his ticket to the main event, where he's facing off against William, Coffee Tart, Charlie, and Skeeter Davis in the 2nd row. Baby Richie and Rowan in the 3rd. And the gates are down for lap number 1 of this main event. It's William and Coffee Tart side by side heading into the turns. William body slams Coffee Tart, takes out his toughest competition. She's on her roof and out of the race. And a photo finish for 2nd place. Looks like Skeeter Davis gets it over Charlie. And here's your field with 3 laps to go. Skeeter Davis moves up to 2nd place. Rowan moves into the top 5. And look at that push Skeeter Davis gets from that massive 60-gram Mustang. Rowan moves to take 2nd place away from his teammate. Blocks the rest of the field. That allows Skeeter Davis to run away with it. And now we're at the halfway point of this main event. Skeeter Davis and William, your 2 championship contenders, fly away from the rest of the field. William turns himself sideways, throws a block coming out of the funnel chute. It'll be Skeeter Davis and William for the final lap. Rowan flipped on his side shortly before the finish line. It's a 4-car race for the final lap. The gates are down. There's 2 columns side by side. William and Skeeter Davis going for the win. Skeeter Davis reverse side drafts William. Pulls out ahead at the finish line. Skeeter Davis is your Darlington Stripe 400 winner. Here we are at the podium with the Diecast Racing news car. Congratulations to Skeeter Davis and Po' Boy Racing, his 2nd NASCAR Nitro Series victory. Also on the podium is William for Uncle Elvis Racing and Charlie for the Gimpy Gang, satellite team to Cut Rock Creek Racing. Skeeter Davis, dominant in his segment, took the lead on the outside during the main event. What an epic drive for Skeeter Davis. Tons of close finishes here. and he comes out on top of it once again. Great job to him and William and Charlie. Rusty Wallace and Rowan rounds out your top 5. Baby Richie and Coffee Tart rounds out your main event. Crazy Ruby, Clyde, and the flea market car of Ross Chastain rounds out your top 10. He was your 2024 champion for a reason. And in 11th place, we have Jimbo Rockford. He'll be driving a new car similar to Crazy Ruby, a Lumina Stalker. Gator McCluskey and N-Count rounds out your seconds race. Pantone, Tristan Racewelski, good top 15 finishes for them. Robbie Gordon and Kenny Schrader snuck their way into the top 20. Far Out Jay looked unbeatable heading into this race, but a disappointing 24th for him after some late race bad luck in his segment. E. Marshall rounds out your finishers. That makes 14 DNFs. Nessa Force locks up last place with her first lap DNF after starting near the back. A really rough break for her after getting her first career main event and top 10 at Indy. And now let's take a look at the point standings. Your top 10 in points. William has a 110-point lead over Skeeter Davis. Baby Richie with that top 10 finish solidifies his hold on third place. Johnson Jr. and N-Count round out the top 5. Clyde and Jimbo Rockford, a great recovery for Clyde after missing the Sonoma race, moves back into the top 10. Jimbo Rockford moves back into the top 10 with his seconds race appearance. Coffee Tart, Morgan Shepherd, and regular Richie round out the top 10. Rusty Wallace not too far out of the top 10 with 913 points. We got 101 points between 12th place Tristan Racewelski and his teammate 4th place Johnson Jr. And Isaac and Gator McCluskey are within striking distance of the top 10 as well. Crazy Ruby and Lord Shank 15th and 16th. Riot Isaac falls all the way to 20th after entering Speed Weeks at Indianapolis in 14th. And Charlie with her podium is now the highest ranked mid-season entry. Lunatic Alicia 26th. Vinny Nightlife, the lowest ranked original full-timer. His season's been a real disappointment. Ross Chastain, the highest ranked field filler in 30th. Holding off quite a few other familiar faces from the 2024 season in Martin Truex, Elmo Langley, and the 2024 runner-up Sterling Marlin. And here we have more field fillers from 41st to 60th. Dale Jarrett in 41st. Christian Fittipaldi, his only start was a top 10. He should make the top 64 cutoff as long as he doesn't DNQ his attempt next week. We'll see what happens there, but we'll be cutting the field down to the top 64 in points after Pocono for the Broad Street Bullies Hockey on Wheels event. That's what I'm going to call the Canadian-style Hot Wheels race. And that's to honor the late, great Bernie Perrant and celebrate the start of the Flyers season. And for the season finale, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to be doing yet, but the field will most likely be set by points, the top 43 for the stocks and the top 40 for the mods. And these particular guys on this last page here are going to need a miracle to get into that top 64. Haley Deegan DNQ'd for this race, still last in points. She'll have one more shot to qualify at Pocono. And Matt Kenseth's car is actually pretty fast too, so can't count him out either. And as always, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. We'll see you out there on the track.